Happy New Year! Because the number changed from 2024 to 2025, everything's just going to disappear. It's a new beginning. Not really. It's not. Because the things that you were dealing with on December 31st, 2024 at 11:59 p.m., then all of a sudden you think that it's going to switch because, it went from December 31st, 2024 to January 1st, 2025. That's not how it goes. The issues that I'm dealing with in my life, they're going to be prevalent going into 2025, and it's going to be the same for you. I mean, hey, if things in your life get better, it's not going to be because, oh my God, the numbers switched. It's going to be because it just happened to be in that year. That's it. It's nothing magical about a number. It just happened to be in that specific year that we created. That's it. Like with 2020, because majority of people would say that was the worst year of this decade so far because of COVID. And then there were a multitude of celebrities, notable celebrities, depending on if your frame of reference is in that culture or not, that died in that year as well. So people would say 2020 was the worst year. Or there'll be people being like, oh, what was 2020's problem? Like I remember Logan Paul, go figure. Dude made a corny song about a year being bad. But he was like, oh, what? And this is other people too. What's 2020's problem, man? There's nothing wrong with a year. The problem is life itself. That's just it. Bad things happen in life. Doesn't matter what year it is. Doesn't matter if it's Y2K. Doesn't matter if it's 2025. Doesn't matter if it's 2056, 2069. It doesn't matter. Bad things are always going to happen. And anyone that's thinking, oh, the world's going to be a better place because we went from 24 to 25, stop the cap. Because a couple hours before I started even recording, when I got up and started eating breakfast, it was like around 11. And I already see a massive violence incident in New Orleans. So it's like, these people, especially if you're watching like the New York Ryan Seacrest New Year's show, like you always see these type of corny remarks about the new year coming and all that. Like, I want a year of more peace and prosperity. It's not happening. Because human beings are the most destructive species on this planet. Like if a coyote mauls a rabbit to death, it's like you can't really blame a coyote for that because that's just the way they were wired and they're not mentally aware like a human being is. They're just doing what they need to do for survival. We do a bunch of stuff to each other when it's not needed. That's the worst part of humanity. We do a bunch of stuff to each other. We kill each other. We harm each other over things that really should not even be a thing anymore. But it still is because humanity's a joke. This is not to say that, oh my goodness, humanity should just be abolished. I'm just saying the reality of what humanity is. And if you're thinking that anything is ever going to change, I mean, there's going to be change in in some directions, but it's never going to be like, world peace. That is never going to happen. As long as humanity is standing, that is never going to happen. World peace. I mean, there may be certain aspects of humanity that may get better. Maybe less discrimination against whatever group it may be. Like, for example, LGBT, we're not as discriminatory towards those people as it was in the past. But there's still a lot of homophobic people. And not just that, there's a lot of bigoted people with big platforms. Millions of followers. So, to act as if oh, 25 is going to just magically make it disappear. It's not. And we already have one major incident of mass violence. New Orleans. People are going out there to celebrate the new year, and then 10 people, little they know, that's gonna be their last day on this planet. And then you got, like, from what I heard last time, over 30 plus people got injured. And that's the screwed up thing about this life too. Like, you could do all this work, and then a matter of a few minutes, I don't know how long this whole attack took, but a matter of a few minutes could ruin your life forever, if not just permanently end your life. Like with those 10 people. Now with like those 35 others, or 36, however, whatever the number is exactly now, who knows what type of injuries they may have. Or we don't even have to go into that incident. Like the Boston Marathon bombing 12 years ago now. You got people, they survived, but their lives are never going to be the same because their legs, whatever it may be, their leg got amputated because of the bombing that screwed them up so badly. That's the thing that's so screwed about this life, man, is the fact that you could do all this work, and then a matter of minutes can ruin your life for as long as you're breathing. And then on top of the physical aspects that you may have to deal with, there's other people that get traumatized. Like, for example, all the victims of Diddy. These incidents could have been a matter of like a few minutes, or even like 1 hour. Let's say Diddy was doing what he did to one of his victims for like 1 hour. 1 hour in their life. Let's say this person is like in their 40s. They were a minor when Diddy was violating them. 1 hour in their 40-minute life has screwed them. So, all that being said, a year changing does not change the nature of what life could be for people. And New Year's resolutions. I'm not even doing all that. Because the last time I was forced to do something like that, I remember in 3rd grade. They were like, oh, you need to make New Year's resolutions. And I said something like, oh, I'm going to read more books and have less screen time. You know what's the funniest thing about that? I think I did the complete opposite. I was playing video games more than ever. And then I was reading less. So much for that New Year's resolution. Me, I'm the type of person, if I have a goal, I'm just going to do it whenever that strikes my head. I'm not going to wait till some number changes. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, this is my time now. I'm for real about going to the gym. I'm just going to do it. That's it. And watch. This is how it always goes down. I mean, places like Planet Fitness love it because they're going to get the bag from these people that feel this requirement to, oh my God, because it's a new year, I have to do it now. When really, if we never celebrated these type of things, these people wouldn't be going to the gym. They'd be stuffing their mouths and not doing anything to burn those calories off. 2025 is not going to change the fact that, although I wouldn't say I hate my job where I'm at now, there's definitely aspects of it where I'm just like, dude, if I could just go on like a 2-month break, that'd be awesome. But that's not going to happen, so I gotta go back there tomorrow. I really don't want to. Oh, Happy New Year! Now you go back to work the next day. And I'm going to a job that there are definitely days where I'm just like, what is my life, man? This is what I'm doing. I don't want to be doing this for another 40 years. Screw all that, man. I'd rather just win the lottery. Yeah, so to close this out, because I want to leave this on a more positive note, since there's going to possibly be people, depending on how many views this gets, people saying, oh, you're being negative. Try to do the best to fix your inner world. And whenever you think, hey, I need to fix something in my life, do it when you get that thought. There's no need to wait for some number to change from 24 to 25 or 25 to 26. Do it at that moment you think of it and like, hey, I need to get my stuff together. Do it then. If it's March 1st, it's March 1st. And any of these people that are like, oh, I swear, man, I'm going to the gym on New Year's. I'm going to be leveling up. They were never that serious to begin with. They're just doing it to create the created image. They're just doing it. I don't know if virtue signaling is the right word to use, but I'm just going to say it. They're just virtue signaling. They're just saying it just so they could appease others. That's it. Oh, why? This is my New Year's resolution. New Year, same me. That's what I got to say about that. New Year, same me. If there's things that have changed about me mentally and how I view the world, it's not because of a number changing. It's because life happened to me. That's why. It's because I dealt with things in my life. That's why. It's not because it went from 23 to 24 to 24 to 25. So, things could change in your life, but just don't have this expectation that's going to be because a year changed, a number changed. It's going to be because you did the work to get yourself there. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I guess Happy New Year, but the world's going to always be trash. The society's always going to be a joke. People are going to get killed senselessly all the time, as long as humanity exists. So, I wouldn't really even get my hopes up and all that. Just worry about your inner world and the people around you. Take care of yourself and the people around you. And try to do your best in this madness we call life.